cloud gaming feels like it's about to explode, and I feel like it's going to phase out consoles altogether. I already see Xbox wholly committing to the cloud gaming experience, so much so I believe that in the next few console generations, they're gonna phase out of it. So why is Sony slow rolling? I don't feel like it's a inside baseball type situation. I feel like it could potentially be a blockbuster situation. What's up, everybody? So the Sony CEO, Kenichiro Yoshida, he recently said in an interview that he really liked the cloud gaming business model, but he said that there are still really bad issues with it. He noted the dark times, he noted the latency issues and costly technical issues that come along with the servers and, cloud gaming. So as a result, they've been making their cloud gaming endeavors less of a priority. He said the upside is it's giving them time to figure out their AI component to kind of assess the issues that happen with dark times. And what that means is when people are at work or at school, those servers are still running and costing the companies money. So they've been working on this AI to kind of, supplement. I guess if someone, stays home sick and they hop on the video game, they have the AI to play with. At least that's what I took from it. I might be wrong. I'm probably wrong, but that's what I took from it anyway. I don't really see them going full steam ahead like Xbox, Nvidia, apparently, that I didn't know about that one. They're doing really great things with cloud gaming, and Nvidia in particular, they've kind of called out PlayStation or Sony on this, saying that yes, sure, there are still issues, but we're way beyond what we used to be. And this article says as much. All right, so we have this article coming from Hot Hardware by Ryan Whitman. Sony CEO says cloud gaming barriers are too high, but NVIDIA GeForce now calls BS. Here we go. Sony wasn't always so bearish on cloud gaming. It acquired one of the early leaders, which I had no idea that this was a thing, in game streaming technology in 2012 for $380 million. However, most experts believe Sony squandered that advantage it gained from the acquisition of Gaikai, or I think that's how you pronounce it. Sorry if I butchered that. Sony today offers a cloud gaming option in its most expensive PS Plus subscription, but the content is limited to PS4 titles and select classic games from the PlayStation archive. Sony's product offerings be lit, and I looked that word up. I couldn't find a definition for it, so I think it's a typo. It's streaming skepticism. It just unveiled a handheld game machine, but the Project Q device doesn't support cloud gaming, which, like I said, with the current state of their cloud gaming, and I read a report that said that they're pushing hard, but from the CEO's comments during this the interview, that might be misrepresented. So whenever they do have the cloud gaming down, I believe they're going to move Project Q into a true handheld. But right now, it's just an extension of your PS5. Right, just PS5 remote play over Wi-Fi. I think cloud itself is an amazing business model, but when it comes to games, technical difficulties are high. Yoshida stated in an interview with Financial Times, yet Microsoft's Xbox Cloud Gaming and NVIDIA GeForce Now work better than we expected they would at this point. Doesn't mean they're turning a big profit right now. And I looked up how much Game Pass is making Xbox, and they're making them about $1 billion a year. So, but what I couldn't find is how much it's costing them a year. Couldn't find that. If you do know what that is, if you can find it, please leave that in the comments. I would love to be able to cross-reference those to see how much it takes to, get into cloud gaming and see if it's worth it. Because this, it might be null and void if Sony sees the writing on the wall, seeing that, the cost to profit ratio isn't worth it to get into it. But I do think it's in their best interest to start at least going hard for cloud gaming, because I do believe that's the future of gaming. The console wars will be no more. I think in the next few generations, I think Xbox is going to get out of it altogether. Along with that, their console is going to go away. Anyway, work better than we expected. That doesn't mean they're turning a big profit now, but you can argue with how many various platforms GeForce Now runs smoothly on, from low-end PCs and laptops to Chromebooks and even MacBooks. Of course, Yoshida doubled down, noting that NVIDIA and Microsoft struggle with so-called dark time in their cloud gaming businesses. These services need to have enough service to accommodate peak usage, but during the day, most of that hardware sits idle and costs the company money. This was also a drain on Google, which designed custom servers for Stadia, only to shutter its cloud gaming business in early 2023 after barely 3 years of operation. Yoshida says that Sony's smaller investment in cloud gaming has paid off. It used the dark time to train the GT Sophie AI agent, which debuted as a special challenge in Gran Turismo last year. It's understandable that Yoshida would downplay, and I have some extra comments on this one. It's understandable that Yoshida would downplay cloud gaming while it's so far behind. Microsoft believes cloud gaming is a vital element of its future gaming endeavors and is putting its money where its mouth is. This is very true. It's been handing out cloud gaming deals to anyone who will accept one as a way to ease tensions and encourage regulators to approve the $69 billion acquisition of Activision Blizzard. Yoshida refused to comment on the deal because of course he did. Microsoft and Sony aren't friends right now. I think that relationship is irreparably damaged right now, into the foreseeable future. Directly in the cloud gaming interview, but Sony has steadfastly opposed allowing Microsoft to buy the Call of Duty publisher, which we know. The fact of the matter is that cloud gaming works surprisingly well these days. Latency exists, but it's not bad enough to ruin the experience. Google Stadia has solid technology, but its game catalog was terrible. Microsoft has a good mix of content for Xbox cloud gaming, including some new AAA titles. NVIDIA's GeForce Now includes more games, but you need to own them on a supported platform like Steam or Epic. Cloud gaming might still be clunky in spots in 2023, but it's not going away. The longer Sony slow walks its cloud gaming efforts, the more it's going to regret it in the future. And just to move up to this paragraph right here. So the reason I think that they are kind of downplaying their efforts in cloud gaming, I believe it bolsters their argument against the Microsoft Activision deal. All in all, I think Sony has settled into its 2006 self back when it was introducing the PlayStation 3. They think that they have the customer eating out of their hand right now, but just like that bit them in the butt back then, it'll bite them in the butt this time too. The only difference, this time it could be catastrophic. With the seas of change brushing against the shore once again, like the dawn of the internet, we saw a lot of businesses go under because they refused to make a presence online. I think the same thing is going to happen to Sony. If they don't get on the SS cloud, they'll be left behind, and then it'll be too late. But let me know what you think about all that in the comments. Leave a like if you enjoyed the video, and don't forget to subscribe. We'll catch you in the next one. But until then, keep it casual. Peace.